we face really complicated situations in life, we tend to think that they require complicated solutions. But I have proved that sometimes it's just the opposite, and I'll show you why. A video? No.
A más de 200 metros del suelo y colgando solo de un arnés, Hana, esta madrileña de 30 años, pasó así más de 4 horas. Practicaba salto base, una modalidad de paracaidismo de alto riesgo. Había saltado desde la cima de este peñón y debería haber aterrizado en pocos segundos, pero un golpe de viento la arrojó contra la roca.
Cuando me hizo el giro del paracaídas, yo ya veía la cosa complicada. Suerte que se me enganchó el paracaídas en la repisa y bueno, yo estaba ahí un poco pensando que en cualquier momento se podía desenganchar, pero bueno, la verdad es que mantuve la calma y estoy muy tranquila.
Colgando de una arista y sin puntos de apoyo, fue cambiando de postura para que las cuerdas no le cortaran el riego sanguíneo. Su marido intentó rescatarla, pero se quedó atrapado en medio de la pared. A gritos inmóvil consiguió entretenerla hasta que llegó el equipo de rescate.
Thank you. So that interview was held just 24 hours after my accident, and one would expect to feel traumatized after such an experience. But do I look traumatized? No? I rather look as if I had just had some kind of beauty treatment. Hairstyle was not included though. And there I stood, 4 hours and one smashed foot, thinking that any minute could be the last minute of my life. So how could I cope with uncertainty and keep the focus that I needed to get a second chance? How could I handle the biggest fear ever? How could I prevent the tears from pouring out after I took my phone and called my husband to say goodbye for good? When I saw myself hanging over a 200-meter void, I knew that in order to survive, I needed to restart and question everything I took for granted. As my life depended on a tiny piece of fabric and a small lump of rock, but also on every single choice that I was about to make. And this was the most important one. Handling fear and keeping a strong, resilient, positive attitude, no matter what. It was a choice, and it saved my life. A choice that allowed me to get creative and find unexpected solutions to my problems. So I'm going to show you the 3 tools that helped me survive that day. Tool number 1, singing. Yeah, it was a pretty long wait, and I had to find ways to keep my spirits up. It happens that music is one of the fastest and most effective ways. I didn't have my iPod with me, but I had my voice. So I started singing songs that immediately brought me heaps of good feelings. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Tool number 2, enjoying the moment. What? I know this sounds weird, but let me explain. You see, that cliff is an amazing place, and I had a good chunk of time to enjoy the sight, the sunshine, the sea breeze. I breathed deeply, enjoying those precious moments in which my life was granted. We can actually enjoy even the toughest moments of our lives if we just try to look for a piece of wisdom that's always there. Tool number 3, changing my perspective. I thought I was going to die, and this thought was simply too hard to accept sometimes. But instead of surrendering to the panic, I decided to take another perspective of my situation. One that would basically help me cheat my mind. So I chose to believe that I was a movie star, playing an action movie scene. Why? First, because it could have actually been the plot of an action movie, don't you think? And second, and most important, because movies always have happy endings. And so would I. So I was facing one of the hardest situations that a human being can face, but the tools that allowed me to successfully handle it were nothing fancy. And yet, they were so powerful because they simply changed the way I felt. And that made all the difference. And it's a shame that we underestimate the incredible impact that these small daily choices can have on our lives by simply changing the way we feel about things. It could be music, or it could simply be having a coffee with someone you really miss, who might as well give you another perspective of your situation. And I know that we are facing difficult times with people losing their homes and jobs every single day. So at this point, I believe that it is vital that we increase our awareness about these cheap little strategies that we can use anytime to move forward and feel better. Simple tools that we all have access to, no matter where we live or if we can't even make ends meet. So let's get down to how we feel, because as someone said, what you feel is what you think, and what you think is what you do. And your actions will become habits, and your habits will eventually shape your destiny. So let's get down to how we feel in the first place. Thank you. Gracias.